Hello, me and Griff here today, coming on with some tips for not using Upwork and what to use instead. So, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Woo. If you are hopping on live, say hello. Let me know you're here. I see we have a few people hopping on. I just don't see the names. So say hello. I'm really excited to share this with you today because Upwork is so popular and it's been around for long enough that so many people know about it. And hey, Jamie, hey, Kristen. And it's everyone's first thought. Like their first thought is, oh, I'll like get on Upwork. I've seen that before. I'm just like trying to figure out my necklace. I did this last time. I did a video with my necklace. Everyone's, yeah, I'll just like get on Upwork. That's where you find them, right? Like that's where you find freelancers and like online people. I don't know. So it's not always the case. And oh, thank you, puppy. I am generalizing a bit here. I'm sure there are exceptions, but in my experience, Upwork is just absolutely not the way to go when you're looking for a VA or social media manager, project manager, anything like that. So I will say I have had some, like, the exception to this is maybe if you're looking for like a designer, like quick logo projects, maybe some writing projects. I know people who have done that before, but if you're looking for a VA or like anyone who's going to be on your team long term or like a medium term, like longer than one quick project, just quit with the Upwork. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons why. And these are all like from my personal experience and others that I've helped, either clients or when I was in charge of or like helping support in the hiring, like when we were hiring team members on the agency I was with. So yay, see we have Megan, Caty, yay, say hello. If you guys are watching the replay, let me know you're here too. So the first reason, probably like the biggest reason I don't recommend Upwork is because you can't build as strong of a relationship with your new VA for a few reasons. One reason is that you are forced to use their platform. So that's how you're supposed to primarily communicate, like messaging within their app. If you've ever used Upwork, I've used it on both ends. I've used it to hire people and when I was a VA and freelancing and trying to find like writing stuff. Hey, Cindy. And you just can't, you're like stuck there. Like you can't, you're like, it's in the thing. I mean, I guess you can like cheat the system, but you're not supposed to like communicate with them via email or text or Slack or anything. Like it has to be on Upwork or you can get in trouble for that. And for a VA, you want them to be so involved in your business and sometimes in your email, like checking your email or in your calendar or logged into like your Facebook and stuff. And to be forced to communicate via Upwork just really limits how much you can get to know them, how much they can get to know you, and they need to know you really well so that they can like be you. And you need to know them really well so that you can trust them. So hey Meg, hey Maggie, yay! See more people hopping on. So that's the first reason I recommend to not use it for VAs is you just can't build a stronger relationship, a stronger connection. And yeah, these like all tie together. So then the second reason is that it's a very global platform. So again, if you've ever been on Upwork, you've seen there's like, I mean, hundreds of thousands of people on it, and they're from all different countries and all different skill levels and all different economies. And it kind of, it forces you to focus so much on price and how much they're going to charge you. And that just, as much as it is a factor when you're hiring, it shouldn't be the biggest factor. And it's easy to get sucked in where you're like, well, this person says they can do the same exact job and says that they have experience. Maybe there's 2 of them. You're like, but this person's charging like $8 an hour and this person's charging like $30 an hour. It's going to be almost impossible to not go with the $8 an hour person. And in my experience, I've almost every single time been really disappointed when I went with that. I'm like trying to think of the time where I haven't. And I can't. So almost every time, if not every time, I've been really disappointed. It's not been a great experience. People have been like unreliable, or the product wasn't like great and I had to end up redoing it or doing it myself. Yeah, so it just forces you to focus so much on price, especially when you create a job posting, you'll get tons of applications usually. So you have to like sift through them all, and it's just like, ugh, bleh, bleh. Which leads right into the third reason that I do not enjoy using Upwork for hiring BAs, social media managers, project managers, whatever. What'd you see out there? He's so cute. Look at him. I've been training him to when I'm eating, because sometimes I'll eat down here, sometimes like all the time. And he's not going to do it now, but he'll just like rest his head right here so that he's right by my food. It's cute. Okay, I'm looking at my notes because I just lost where I was. Oh yeah, so reason number 3 is that their hiring process is not great. It's not user-friendly for you. So you have to create a job posting, and there's like a ton of specific stuff that you have to like put in as requirements and stuff. So like it's kind of time consuming, because you're like, every time you need a new job. So if you're gonna like post a job for someone to create a logo, or you're gonna post a job for someone to create some PDFs for you, or if you're gonna post a job for someone to do general admin or social, like every time you create a new job, if you're not gonna use the same person, you have to make a new job posting, and that's just not fun. And then, like I said, you'll get tons of applications. And I was talking with someone, or she made a post the other day, and we started talking after about her experience. So she posted like pretty clear job postings. She has done this before, and a lot of the like applications she was getting, they like weren't using correct grammar or English. So like that was going to be like the language barrier was going to be there. And they were just like, you could tell, just like not being truthful about their experience. Like they like didn't even get the job posting. They were probably just copying and pasting, or they just clearly had like, they were copying and pasting. It was just like really disappointing, because she needed someone like quickly, and she had to sift through all these crappy applications for people who like weren't even close to being qualified. Like there's no barrier or like pre-qualification when you're using Upwork. So like in my Dream Team Bootcamp, I teach you the process where we're not going to make it the easiest thing in the world for people to apply, because that weeds people out, right? Like we teach they are going to send you a video, and they're going to answer these questions. And then over here, they're going to answer these questions. They're going to follow like all these specific requirements. And it's not time consuming on your end. It's time consuming on their end to weed them out, like see who really wants it and see who can follow instructions. Like I teach you such an amazing process that I love so much. And yeah, like the Upwork, like it's just not going to be fun for you. And it's going to be very time consuming. And yeah, you might like be excited and be like, cool, by Friday I'll have someone hired, and you're reading through the applications and there's just like literally no one. So that's just been my experience. People I've talked to, people I've worked with, clients, stuff like that. And then the fourth reason, again, kind of tied in with that, is that this is a generalization, because people not on Upwork, this can also apply to, but I've had more trouble with people being reliable on Upwork. So like say, make a job posting, I hire them for the project, and they like either like completely disappear for like days at a time or longer, or they like the project isn't completely like, it like misses the mark. And then it's just like not easy to get it like draft 2 done. Like it's just not as reliable. And again, like there's the language barrier. Like it's just not as, like you just don't like click with them. Like you want to hire someone that you just like click instantly and you're like, yes, yes, like this is it. Like, oh my gosh. And I've never really found someone like that on Upwork. And then the last reason, and this is again, totally like this could happen anywhere. So this isn't really Upwork's fault, but it just came to mind and is what sparked this video. The other day I was in a group and I forget if it was in the comments or the post, but someone shared a story that she hired someone. The post was about stealing content. Like, hey, what do you do when you see like someone else on Instagram literally using your exact post, or Facebook, like using your word for word your exact shit? Like, what do you do? And someone shared that, and like some people were like, oh, just like let it go. There's nothing, like, what's the point? Like, just leave this person, who cares? And then someone said that that happened to them, and she did reach out to the person, and she was like, hey, like, what's going on? And the person who copied her content responded and said, oh my gosh, like, I hired someone on Upwork to help me with my content, and that's what they did. And again, like, that is not Upwork's fault. Technically, any contractor you hire could do that, but just like, to me, that's a product of like not finding someone like high quality, reliable, that you can trust, that you can form the bond and the connection with. Like, that's all just like kind of tied into one, and that's just one example of what can go wrong. And like I said, that can go wrong no matter where you find them, which is why having an amazing hiring process where you're really vetting them and getting to know them, and also vetting based on personality types and like all of that like natural like woo-woo, your human design elements, like everyone has their things that they really rely on. And I don't always see people using that when they're hiring. They're just like, well, I just need someone who like knows how to use ClickFunnels, right? I mean, sure, but long term, you really need someone who complements you and who can like fit those puzzle pieces in and grow with you and help you and fill in the gaps that you're missing. So those are 5 reasons why I never recommend people using Upwork. And same, I see, Cindy, you commented here, you said my boyfriend used Fiverr. I never know how to say that. But yeah, same thing. I'm like lumping them all in together. I've never used Fiverr. A few years ago, to get a website built, he had a horrible experience, and the guy who claimed he built the website had no clue what he was doing. Oh my goodness. Wow. See, that's the thing. Yeah. Because you said he ended up having to do it himself, and that's been my experience too. Like, I'll hire someone, and like sometimes you can get your money back. That's the other appealing thing about Upwork, is that when you pay someone, the money stays in holding until the project's done, which sounds really appealing to people because they're like, it just reduces the risk of losing the money. But I don't even know how you go about proving it, because you can technically be like, well, they never finished this project, so I don't want them to get the money. I don't know. I've never had to do that or never tried to do it. I don't know how that works, like how easy it is, who they usually side with, because then, yeah, you could be an asshole too and say the contractor completes the work and you could be like, no, I don't want to pay you. So yeah, I'm not really sure what that process is like. I know PayPal has something similar to that with like their invoices and sending merchandise. But yeah, so that is why in my bootcamp, I love teaching this process where you really vet them, you get to know them, and you're able to form a real relationship. And in my experience, being on both sides of the table. So for those of you who don't know me or my story very well, I started out as a virtual assistant, and after a couple of months, I joined one of my clients. She started to build an agency. So I worked my way from VA to project manager, did some copywriting, and eventually was COO at her digital copywriting agency. We had a team. It fluctuated and grew, but we grew our team to like 10 to 15 people, including some contractors and like more permanent people, part-time people. And I was helping to hire and manage and train and do all of that. So now that's why I'm obsessed with doing that and creating systems. Oh, systems. Like, I want to help you find someone who is excited about systems as I am and can help create them in your business. And and really, like I said, complement you and fill in those gaps. So I hope this helps. Uh-oh, puppy's gonna start barking. If you guys have any questions, definitely comment them below. If you have a similar experience as well, comment. If you've had a great experience with Upwork, I want to hear about it. Maybe I'm just missing the mark, or maybe who I've hired and seen, but that's, you know, there's always exceptions to every rule. Yay, Danielle, Steph, so excited you guys are here. And if you want more info, so Dream Team Bootcamp, it's a 6-week bootcamp. We start September 2nd. He's so cute. September 2nd, so it's 6 weeks, and throughout that, the reason it's called a bootcamp, not a program, not a course, is that we are actually doing shit. We are getting it done. So we will go in, and within the first 2 weeks, you're going to create a job description after you figure out who you're going to hire first. Maybe it'll be VA, maybe social media manager, maybe a support coach. We help you. We give you a template. You create the job posting. You post the job posting. We help you post it in different places, in different ways, rather than Upwork or Fiverr or wherever those other sites are. And you will post it. And like, I'm there to be like, post it. Like, if you haven't posted it yet, like, we hold you accountable. It's going to be a really small group. There'll just be around 10 of us. So like, this isn't just a self-paced course. I've done those in the past. I've run them in the past and currently, and I've run group coaching in the past. And this is like, none of that like felt right. So this is like a true boot camp. And then after you post it, you're going to set up interviews. You're going to do interviews. Like during week 3, you'll be holding interviews, and then you'll be onboarding them, training them, learning how to delegate, learning how to trust and disconnect, and like build that solid, loyal relationship where they love you, you love them, and it's just like your whole life is made easier. So if you want more info on that, comment or send me a DM, #DreamTeam, either one, and would be happy to share more about what that looks like and how to join. And yeah, again, if you have questions about Upwork, let me know, because this is just my jam, and I do have a lot of experience with this. So happy to help. Love you guys. My assistant has moved to his bed, so he can't say bye. Bye.